Hello children. Now this week we've been thinking about alliteration. That's a funny word, isn't it? Alliteration means the first sound of words sound the same. So it might be Bertha's bus is busy. That would be alliteration. Bertha's bus is busy. So I've got Bertha's bus here and Bertha is going to the zoo. And I wonder what she's going to see as she drives through the zoo. So we've got some rhymes that we're going to say to see if we can do it. Okay, so Bertha the bus is going to the zoo. Who does she see as she passes through? She sees an antelope and an ant. Now they both start with the same sound. And that's alliteration. They start with an A sound. Now at preschool, you don't have to know these letters. You just have to be able to hear the different sounds they make. So antelope and ant are the same sound at the start. A. Okay, so Bertha the bus is going to the zoo. Who does she see as she passes through? She sees a crab and she sees a crocodile and she sees a caterpillar and she sees a cow and a cat. Now what sound do all of those start with? They start with a K sound. So cat, cow, crocodile, caterpillar and crab all start with the same sound. Now here comes Bertha on her bus again. Bertha the bus is going to the zoo. Who does she see as she passes through? She sees a bat and a butterfly and a beaver and a badger and a beetle. Now what sound did those start with, children? Was it an A sound? No. Was it a K sound? No. It was a B sound. So beetle, badger, beaver, butterfly and bat all start with the same sound, and that's what alliteration is. I'm going to make it tricky now because we're going to do a different sound, but I'm going to throw in a sound that shouldn't be there. So this time, Bertha the bus is going to the zoo. Who does she see as she passes through? We're going to think about the D sound this time. D. And there's a donkey and a dolphin and a deer and a dog and a ant and a duck. Did you spot the one that should not be in the D sound? Let's see if we can see it on the, check them again. So we had a duck, duck. That's a D sound, isn't it? We had a dog. That's a D sound. And a deer. That's a D sound. And an ant. Oh, hang on a minute. That's not a D sound, is it? That's an A sound. That shouldn't be in the D sound. What about dolphin? And donkey. So that's the dust sound, isn't it? So now I'm going to do it again and we're going to put an extra sound in. See if you can hear it. See if you can spot it. So we're going to do eh now. So we're listening for sounds that start with an eh, or words that start with an eh. So Bertha the bus is going to the zoo. Who does she see as she passes through? She sees an elephant. She sees an eagle. She sees a crab. And she sees an emu. Now those were all eh sound, but one of them should not have been in the eh sound. It was a different sound. Did you spot it or did you hear it? Let's have a look. We had emu. That's an S sound. We had an eagle. That's an S sound. And an elephant. And a crab. Hang on a minute. Crab doesn't start with an E or an S sound, does it? That's the wrong sound. You shouldn't be in there, Mr. Crab. Okay, so Bertha the bus is going to the zoo. Who does she see as she passes through? We're going to have a G sound this time. G. So you want to listen for G. But I'm going to put a tricky one in that shouldn't be there. It's the wrong sound. See if you can hear it. Are you ready? We had goat. We've got, now this is in here, but it's a giraffe. It's because it starts with a, it's spelt with a G, but that's not the right sound, is it? So that shouldn't really be in there. It got in, it sneaked in. A goose. A gorilla. And a grasshopper. And a butterfly. Now we were doing the G sound. Did you hear one that should not be in there? There were two, weren't there? There was the giraffe. That's not a G sound, is it? That's a J sound. But it's spelt when you write it out with a G. I think that's how it sneaked in. Let's see if you can spot the other one. Goat. That's a G sound, isn't it? Goose. That's a G sound. Gorilla. That's a G sound. Grasshopper. That's a G sound. Butterfly. Hang on a minute. Butterfly. That's not a G sound. You shouldn't be in there, butterfly. Go back to the B sound. Okay, I've got one more. See if you can hear the wrong sound. So here comes Bertha again. Bertha the bus is going to the zoo. Who does she see as she passes through? We're going to listen for F this time. F. So we've got fish. We've got fox. We've got cat. And frog. Did you hear the sound that shouldn't be in the F sound? Who was it? Who sneaked in? Let's check. Was it fish? No, that is a F sound, isn't it? Fox. That's a F sound. That's okay. Cat. Hang on a minute. That's not a F sound, is it? Cat. No, that shouldn't be in there, should it? That's the wrong sound. Frog. That's a F sound, isn't it? So that should be there. So all of those, that's an alliteration activity where the aim is for us to be able to hear the initial sound, the first sound of the words, and for us to practice being able to reproduce those sounds clearly. Maybe you can do this game at home. I've sent out on the email all the resources to do it. Maybe you can find some objects in the house that you can practice with, or maybe you can try and make up your own silly alliteration rhymes using the same sound at the start of the words. Well, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed listening to Bertha the Bus, and I'll see you soon.